Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Keelan and I make videos about my lifestyle and about budgeting and things that we do as a family and my artwork, my books that I write, and at the moment I'm focusing on decluttering and my no-buy because I'm doing a no-buy for October, and I just wanted to talk a bit about what I've been doing this last week and how it's going so far. I'm not very far into it, like it's only been 6 days, but I just sort of felt like I wanted to share some of the ideas of things I've been doing to fill my time instead of spending money. I actually feel more, I don't know if stable is the right word, but like I feel like that urge to go and buy something is dying down. I don't feel like I constantly need to like chase after something. And it's funny the difference like a week even has made, like just changing my mindset about things and making me appreciate what I have more and not trying to fill the void with stuff. Not that I am the worst at budgeting generally, but I do feel like I have a weakness for buying dresses and coffee, like in coffee shops. And yeah, I'm having another pumpkin latte with the syrup that I made last week. I'll put in some clips of like whenever I was making it, and it was a very satisfying thing to do. It was way easier than I thought it would be. It didn't need that many ingredients, which had put me off like looking up a recipe for it before. And I thought that I couldn't possibly make it cheaper than you could get it like in Starbucks or somewhere, because I thought by the time you got all of the ingredients for the syrup, it would be more expensive than just going and getting a coffee, but that definitely isn't the case. And it has a more natural flavour to it, like it doesn't taste synthetic. I don't know if I have a milky moustache. If you can hear noise in the background, sorry, my dryer is going as always, and my dog is also really hyper and playing with his toy, so there's a lot of grunting at the minute. I think if you watch my videos regularly, you'll probably just get used to the fact that there's like constant background noise, but hopefully you can hear me okay anyway and it's not too annoying. So the girls are at school now and my partner's at work, so I've got the house to myself. I want to get some housework done today. Well, I don't want to do housework, but I need to. I just feel like things get very chaotic and disorganized over the weekend, even like 2 days of like having the kids in the house, and they just get out like everything that they own and then don't put it back again. So yeah, I need to sort that out, but I just wanted to make a video first because it's like more enjoyable than cleaning to me. I finished the book I was reading in the last week, tomorrow, and I feel like I finally managed to calm my mind enough to read it and focus on it, and now I'm reading The Skeleton Key and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a really weird book, like it's not like anything I've read before. It's taken a little while to kind of get into because at first I was just like, what is this even about? But yeah, it's interesting. Most of the days this week I haven't spent any money at all, or if I have, it's been something like, there was one day I realised I'd run out of flour and I felt like I was going to have a panic attack because I realised how essential it actually is, because I'm always baking bread, making pancakes, and baking like treats, and I'm trying to do that even more now rather than buying them from the shop. So like I had got fruit and things to go with pancakes on Saturday morning, and then I realised I didn't even have flour to make the pancakes, so I got that. And yeah, I haven't bought anything like that I don't need and the only thing that I feel like I've slipped up on really is that I bought a £1 raffle ticket, which for some reason I feel guilty about. We were at a little like autumn fair on Saturday, which I had sort of planned for in advance, and it was £10 for all of us to go, and it was a really nice day. It was at like this property that I think is usually private called Balance House, but they open it sometimes to the public, and the people who were working there, I think they're volunteers, they were all so friendly and kind, and they couldn't do like enough for you, so it was a really lovely atmosphere and it looked very autumnal with all the leaves, so we went there. But yeah, I saw a raffle stand that it was like a 1 in 4 chance of winning a prize, and most of the prizes were bottles of wine, so I sort of thought I'm probably quite likely to win a bottle of wine for £1. So in my mind at the time it was like a budget friendly idea, but after I felt like I'd broken my no-buy even though it's £1. And I think it's important actually when you're doing a no-buy to not beat yourself up if you do buy something, because I think if you do that you fall down this slippery slope of like continuing to buy things to try and make yourself feel better and feeling like you've messed up, so you might as well just give up and buy stuff. But actually instead I'm trying to think, okay, it was a waste of £1, but moving on, like just keep going with the no buy and stop like focusing on where you've gone wrong and just focus on like today what you want to do differently. Like and it's not like I have brought any, sorry I'm wobbling too, material items into my home in the last week, and there were things that tempted me at the autumn fair, but I managed to resist them. Like for example, there was a book stand, which is a weakness of mine, and all the books were 50p. I had a look at them, but I didn't allow myself to buy any. I saw one that I would like to read, but then in my mind I thought, one, where is it going to go? My bookcase is full. Two, I have a whole stack of books from the library that I have to read first, and then I wanted to read all the books in my bookcase and sell them when I'm done with them to like thrift books, I think it's called. So yeah, I decided that no, I wasn't allowing myself to get it even if it was only 50p. And there was like a fruit and veg stand too, and it was tempting because it was good value and the stuff was all really fresh and local. But because we already had a food shop ordered for the next day, I was like, no, we've already got all the fruit and veg we need and I'm not buying anything else. So I managed to resist that. We didn't go into the tea room while we were there, which usually would tempt me. It's probably helped a little bit by the fact that we had the dog with us, and they're not allowed dogs in there. But also I brought wraps that I made for lunch and brought water for us to drink and snacks for the kids. So we had all we needed, and there were seats there where you could sort of sit outside and have a picnic, so that helped. There was a magician show that we went to, which I had seen advertised on the leaflet, and I wouldn't have thought of it as being like the highlight of the day, but it was so good, like it was so funny, and I thought my kids might be at that age where they feel too old for it and don't fully appreciate it anymore, but they actually like really enjoyed it, and like my partner and I were laughing the whole time too. Yeah, the guy who did it was just hilarious. Like his sense of humor was better than the magic tricks, and he said he does birthday parties and things, so my daughter is already asking if she can have him for her birthday, but we'll see. So I felt like we got a lot out of the day for how much it was, and it was like a sensible use of money. Like kind of the whole point of doing no buy for me, apart from wanting to budget better and like save up a little bit of money and make more of an emergency fund, is to be more intentional with my spending and spend on experiences rather than stuff. Because whenever I have gone to anything that's like an event with the kids, for example, and with my partner, you kind of make memories when you're there together, and that stays with you. And like looking back through, I was looking through photos on my phone earlier because I really needed a clear memory on it because I have way too many photos. I actually need to transfer them somewhere. I might do that today, but there's so many. But going through them, I then saw things and I was like, oh, that was a great time. Like I can remember it as clearly as if it happened like yesterday, even if it was years ago. And I don't think that stuff gives you that in the same way. And I would rather save money towards experiences and take it away from buying things I don't need. So yeah, like I kind of like, I do tend to sometimes like beat myself up about things and feel like I'm not doing things the right way or I've made a mistake or whatever. But I think that the main point of the no buy is to like cut way back on what I was spending and think things through, and like I can have allowed expenses as long as I've kind of agreed it with myself in advance. Like I knew we were going to go to that for like 2 months before it actually happened, so it was definitely planned. And I didn't, like the whole event was £11 including the raffle ticket for the whole day, so for 4 of us, like that's not too bad I don't think, because a lot of the Halloween events that are coming up, like it's ridiculous, they're extortionate for like 4 people. they're like £60, and for one afternoon, like, to me that's not worth it. I just think that like a lot of companies are kind of running with the whole Halloween like thing the way shops do, where it's like profiting from it like more than they even need to. For example, if a farm like has a pumpkin patch day, like what are they charging for? Like, yes, they have to pay people to work there, but they do it every day anyway. There might be some like Halloween themed activities, but other than that, you're just getting a pumpkin, and like you could go and get one from the shop for like probably like a tenth of the price. So yeah, I was just thinking about that a bit. I had booked ages ago for us to go to a pumpkin patch at the end of the month, and we are going to go. It was slightly less than most of the other farms, which is why we'd gone there in the past, and it is really fun, so I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not going to book anything else expensive for Halloween, and I'm going to try and plan ahead and have things ready for the girls to do to keep them busy, like little cookery things in the house and crafts, and focus more on things like that and like autumnal walks rather than events. I've also noticed like if we run around to a lot of events, it's inevitable that like we'll get sick. I don't know if that's just in our family, but I find like the more stuff we go to, events that are crowded and stuff, like we always end up getting sick when we've been to one of those, and it kind of ends up feeling like it wasn't worth it. So yeah, this week as well, I've just been doing a lot of cooking. I made chocolate chip cookies yesterday. I just finished eating like a flapjack thing that I made. They were really nice. I'm trying to remember the name of the book that I got the recipe from. I made sushi one day for the girls' lunches for school and for mine because I love sushi. And it definitely, if you see the clip of that, I know that I'm not doing it professionally, but it's still edible. Like, it still tastes nice, and it's fresher and tastes better, I think, than the ones you buy in the shop, because they're always like a little bit more dried out, I guess, just because they've been sitting for longer. And yeah, I've just been experimenting more in the kitchen. Like, I made a Mexican pasta dish last night that I don't think anyone really liked other than me, but I just like playing around in the kitchen and seeing what I can make with like very few ingredients, like, and improvising with what I already have, like instead of going out and buying ingredients for a specific recipe. Other than that, we've been swimming in the last week, which is, it's paid for already because it's included in our membership, which isn't very expensive really for the amount we're able to go. I have kind of fallen out of the way of going because for a while we were going nearly every day. Now it's more like once a week, but the girls have just been really busy with other things in school, so it just feels like we don't have as much time. I was considering going today, but I really feel like I need to sort things out in the house instead. But yeah, swimming is really helpful, and I find it like, it makes me feel, it puts me in such a good mood all day afterwards. I definitely think that I want to look for like lasting contentment over like momentary kind of gratification, because when I buy something, it does give you a rush, and I don't know if everyone gets that from shopping or if some people are more susceptible to it than others, but I feel like I get a rush and it feels like happiness almost, but it's not really because it's not lasting. And I find things like making my pumpkin syrup and like reading a book and finishing it, and like going to the library and looking for new books there that are free, and like going out in nature. I've been walking the dog a lot and walking the girls to school, so like getting outside, and this morning we found some conkers on the ground and just like seeing all the colours of the autumn leaves, and it's actually quite a sunny morning, so like it just makes you feel good in a way that lasts, like, and it sort of stays consistent throughout the day rather than just being like this rush that then dies afterwards. So yeah, I'm enjoying like being more creative again, slowing down and making time for things that like it's harder to fit in whenever you're rushing about. And I find like it's actually been a relief staying out of shops, like not having that kind of pressing need to go to like Home Bargains or somewhere when the kids are in school because I have to get this one item and then I come out with like 30. It's sort of like a weight off my shoulders, and I've realised I don't actually enjoy going. It's more like ticking off a checklist in my mind of, okay, I did that. yeah, so I hope that everybody's doing good, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I hope that this is helpful to someone, and yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.